Looking at the heron. So here we are.
There we are.
Well, it's great to see you, my friend.
Always a pleasure.
Camley Street Nature Reserve.
What's Camley Street Nature Reserve?
It's a small urban nature reserve run by the Wildlife Trust of London at the heart of one of the biggest development zones in Europe, here at King's Cross, St Pancras. And it's so important. It brings children from across London to look at nature. It brings people on their lunch breaks, and everyone who comes to the city just wants that little bit of tranquility.
Yeah.
And we were here 10 years ago, is where we first met.
We've known each other for 10 years, as we've said.
Yeah.
And then we sat down a couple of weeks ago to have this initial...
You got knocked on the head by a nutter. So
Amazing.
That's nature
in
in action.
Omen. It's a good omen.
Yeah.
I think it was a Badger Trust talk you were doing in the old building, which has since been replaced.
Yes.
And I came along, and Chris Packham was here.
Yes.
And you were doing a talk about badgers, and that was the first time I encountered you.
Yes.
And we've been aligned quite closely in our shared mission for animal conservation, animal welfare, all those years since
Absolutely.
then.
You know, you've been involved in Born Free as a patron.
Yeah.
I've worked with Born Free for many, many years. We've been on lots of marches and campaign events together.
Yeah.
But my God, there's a lot happened in the last 10 years that's changed in this world, isn't it? Not all necessarily for the better. The time we were both born, I think there was about 2.7 billion people on planet Earth. There's over 8 billion people now. And we've seen nearly a 70% reduction in the number of wildlife species and a huge reduction in the number of habitats and wildlife spaces in this world in that time. We've lived through a time of significant economic growth and benefit for both of us and everyone else. But the world has paid a heavy price during that time, that's for sure.
And nothing more so than the natural world. And here we are in this little haven of wildlife.
Yeah, there's a heron
And
just behind us, which is just
heron just
beautiful,
here.
just sitting there.
And the coots just over here.
That's right.
And we're literally, as you said, we're just, as you can hear, we're within a stone's throw of King's Cross, St Pancras,
Yes, exactly.
and Camden in one direction, and Euston Station, and literally in the heart of London. And here's this little oasis of calm and tranquility. And I think it's not lost on both of us that this feels like a bit of a metaphor for what's happening around the world.
I feel now, where I am in my life, that actually our impact on the world and our relationship with animals and the relationship with the planet, which is so precious, has become so important to me personally. But as a legacy that I want to leave behind in the years to come, is really to make people stand up and think about how important that is.
It's with that in mind that we've decided to take on this new endeavour.
We have, and you know, we've done podcast work before. I remember working with you during lockdown when you
Yeah.
did some excellent podcasts where you brought people together as one of your guests alongside many other people. And I think at that time when we couldn't connect with each other, it was so important that we were able to do that. But I think it's even more important now. Conflict, disease, all the
Right.
problems that we have to face every day, and that plethora of information that we get completely swamped by
Right.
when it comes to looking at social media and 24-hour news, can sometimes just increase our anxiety and our disconnection with the beautiful natural world around us.
Right.
So just coming to places like this become more important, but also I think just standing up for it and protecting it. And what I want to do, and I know what you want to do, is just create a space where me and you can really reach a broader audience to talk about our passions, but also our concerns for the future. Over tens of thousands of years, we've become a dominant species that has controlled every aspect of life on this planet. But I think we have a duty of care and responsibility towards each other, but also towards the animal world and the natural world on this precious planet that we all call home.
And it will explore our relationship to each other, to animals, and to the natural world, which is what makes it so appropriate for us to meet here to launch this new endeavour, right back where it started 10 years ago, where we first connected.
Yes.
And now here we are on this joint mission, which I know that a lot of the people watching will also be on with us.
We're all involved with lots of different organisations and charities, lots of different campaigns. The ability to inspire, embrace people that are doing really good work, get those charities and organisations a platform so that we can generate more interest and support for them.
Right.
And really just open up a debate in Britain, in Europe, in America and other parts of the world, so we can reach a global audience. And I think there are so many people out there that have been on a similar journey to us, that are in a similar place, looking at the opportunities and challenges ahead, then I think it'll be fascinating for us to open up that discussion.
7 p.m. UK time, May 14th, the inaugural episode of our new series.
And that episode, to begin with, will really be a bit of a talk and discussion about our own life journeys and where we are in the world, and some of the key issues of concern, some of the key issues that we want to address, what
Right.
we care passionately about, and what we hope will inspire others to really connect with us in that audience as well.
It's exploring the connection between us as individuals, our connection to each other as human beings, as well as the natural world and the animals, because That's the foundation for everything.
But also to think about, how we can go forward in a positive way, to talk about where we are, but also to embrace that discussion with a wider group of people who care equally as passionate as we do about the relationships we have each other, but also, as you say, about the animal kingdom and the natural world as well.
Right, and so, Dom and I both know that between us, the vast majority of the connections we have on the various social media platforms share this passion that we have for animals and wildlife and the environment and the connection we have to those things. We invite you to join us on this journey, and we really hope that you will, because we want to bring to you the things that matter most to us and to you. And collectively, most importantly, we want to make a difference.
Thinking about the incredible things we've done as a species and what we can achieve in the future if we can actually bring light to this world rather than some of the darkness which is prevalent at the moment. Our physical and mental health is so much improved by our relationships with animals in the natural world. So I hope what we can do is create a little bit of a space for people to come and join us and to feel that they're part of that world as well, that we can embrace that positivity that we have towards each other and the planet, and we can really think about how important our relationship is with animals in the natural world. I really look forward to it. I think it's going to be a great experience for both of us, but also everyone who joins us as well.
Likewise, Dom, can't wait, and we really hope you'll join us on the journey. See you on May 14th at 7 p.m.